Hello, my name is Collection Connoisseur. I collect digital thingamabobs and video games, and today I'm playing Slay the Spire. The challenge for today is the Common Sense Challenge. It's named Common Sense because that's what the achievement is named. We cannot have uncommon or rare cards in our deck. We can only have common cards and starter or basic cards. Now, I have done this with all 4 characters at this point. So today we're going to try to beat our personal best. My personal record with this challenge is Ascension 5 with the Watcher, who happened to also beat the Heart on Ascension 5 with only common cards. So, let's get started. We're going to play with the Defect for the first one, and we are going to try this on Ascension 6. So, 1 Ascension level up from my personal best, but with a different character. And honestly, I don't know if the Watcher is better than the other characters at this, certainly for the beginning of the game, but it's going to be hard. Let's see if we can do it on Ascension 6 with the Defect. Alright, colorless cards are not commons. I think that this selection right here from Niall always shows you uncommon cards, so we can't pick that one. We could have just max HP plus 7. That's not terrible. We definitely can't take a rare colorless card, and obtaining a random boss relic really probably doesn't help us much. Well, I normally don't choose that option when I'm doing a challenge like this one because you can get relics that transform cards in your deck, and they could transform cards in your deck to uncommon or rare cards, and you immediately lose the challenge. So, the only option here, therefore, is max HP plus 7. Now then, with only common cards, I think it is important for us to get relics. I always want to get relics, so that's not very new from my normal playstyle. However, can we get even more relics than we normally would? I could go this path, fight an elite, fight 3 elites in a row, basically, and even get a 4th, but have very few places to rest if we need to. That seems pretty dangerous. On the other hand, we could go this route and fight either 3 elites or 2 elites with a whole bunch of fires. So since those are the 2 routes I'm thinking between, I believe what we're going to do is we're going to start here, and we're going to go here. And when we get there, we will decide, is our deck good enough to fight 4 elites in a row, or not? Now, the starting cards are all starter cards, so there's nothing different at the beginning. I get to play any of the cards in my hand, and it's good to play them. First battle down, no problem. Streamline is a common card, Blizzard is not. Beam Cell is also a common card. So I am interested in Streamline. Streamline tends to be a pretty decent card to get early, especially if you want to go elite hunting in Act 1. It has a large number on it, and it is targeted damage, which is also quite nice to have in the deck, especially when starting with the Defect. So targeted damage, big number, is not bad. Beam Cell is also a consideration. For the most part, a lot of the cards in the Defect's card pool that affect your orbs positively are uncommon or rare cards. I don't think that there's anything that gives you focus that's a common card. So orbs are going to be hard to use as the Defect. We can produce lots of orbs, but we can't make them better than their base value. So Beam Cell is therefore even better than it normally is because we're going to probably build a physical damage type deck rather than an orb damage type deck. I think I still want to go Streamline first. But that's what I was thinking. Do I want to go very early shop? Considering that there's no late shop in this act, probably yes. See, Defragment is something we cannot take because it is an uncommon card. Hologram we can take, and we could even take Hologram Claw, which is an interesting combo, because Hologram basically gets to play your claw multiple times, so it grows in damage faster in the fight. On the other hand, one of the things that we could take here is a Focus Potion, which would help us with an early elite. Maybe not that much, but it would definitely help. I think I do want Hologram probably regardless. It also works pretty well with Streamline because Streamline gets cheaper faster. So I think I'm buying Hologram no matter what. And then the real question is, do we use the card removal service or do we buy a Claw? I do really like playing with Claw decks on the Defect. Maybe a little too much. I think that's a very common problem. I think desiring to play the Claw decks is a common problem with people who play Defect. Do I want to remove a card more than that? We could remove Dual Cast and try to focus on non-orb stuff, but that would be pretty bad in the early game. Removing a strike is not bad. I think I am going to take Claw. Well, we'll see if we can actually do the Claw deck or whether I am already shooting myself in the foot because of my love of the potential of Claw decks. This is an interesting choice because we could go after the medium slime or we could kill the small slime this turn. Killing the small slime this turn is very easy. Killing the medium slime this turn is not possible, but we could do a bunch of damage to it. I think we play defend no matter what. And therefore it's really where do we put the Streamline? I think we put the Streamline on the Spike Slime. We are going to be weakened because we did that. However, Hologram... Yeah, Hologram... Get back either the Claw or the Streamline. Both are pretty decent options. If we get back the Streamline, we kill the small slime with it. If we get back the Claw, we kill the small slime with a Claw and a Strike. And then we hit the medium slime for a little bit. I guess it's pretty similar both ways, so let's get the Streamline so that Streamline becomes cheaper. Because we can't... Oh, we can kill... I forgot about the lightning damage. How about that? The lightning takes out the small slime. And we get liquid bronze. Not a bad potion for certain fights. For certain fights in Act 1. Who's our boss, by the way? It's really good against that boss, for example. That is Hexaghost. So we cannot take FTL. We could take Go for the Eyes. Cannot take Force Field. So it's really Go for the Eyes or skip. Go for the Eyes does give us a chance to apply weakness. Do we want that? Probably. Go for the Eyes is a relatively weak way to add weakness. But it's the only way in Defect, especially only the way with Defect with common cards. We'll take one. I don't think we want more than one, though. So we could... We can't win this turn, can we? No, because dual cast does 16 damage, and the most we could get out of the rest of the two is streamline. So that's 31 damage. So we're playing hologram no matter what this turn. I don't think it matters to get anything back. We're taking 9 damage, which is very unfortunate. I guess we play streamline and we play hologram. And this is the turn that we get our weakness and our block. How unfortunate. We did get dual cast, so we took the 9 damage. 9 damage is somewhat of a lot for a starter enemy. One of the easier enemies in the game. Flex Potion, not bad. Gain 5 strength, lose 5 strength at the end of the turn. Good for a physical damage deck. So we cannot take Reprogram. Even though we're thinking about a physical damage deck, Reprogram is uncommon. Barrage is probably not worthwhile, especially since we've gotten no way to add more orbs. The only thing that we have is Zap. So I think we pass Barrage. Alright, here is the deciding point. After this battle, we have to decide, are we going to potentially 4 elites in a row or not? Well, this turn is somewhat unfortunate. We do have Streamline next turn, so we're going to Claw. That's not a question. The question is whether we play Defend, Hologram, Defend, which uses up all of our energy. I think we do. Actually, we could play Go for the Eyes. Go for the Eyes plus Defend also defends fully. Nice. That means we have a win next turn with our Streamline. We could take Cold Snap. I actually do want Cold Snap. I do want Cold Snap. It's not a great card, but it's a lot better than Strikes and Defends. And now here's the question. Do we go Elite Hunting? We have a couple of potions. The Flex Potion is quite good for hunting elites. We do have a fair number of cards that we would prefer to upgrade as well. So going to all the fires would actually be quite nice as well. I want to upgrade Hologram. I want to upgrade Streamline. Go for the Eyes kind of deserves an upgrade as well. So, we get 4 elites and 1 fire, or 2 elites and 3 fires. I think I want the relics. Let's go the dangerous path. This is probably a good fight for Liquid Bronze. Although, the Liquid Bronze is also very good against the boss. Maybe we hold off until the boss for Liquid Bronze. I do want to play Streamline. Playing Streamline first turn is probably a good idea. So let's do Cold Snap, Streamline. We're going to take 8 of this damage. But hopefully that means we get to defeat that one. Ooh, it's in Streamline territory as well. So if we get Hologram, which we did, we can Hologram our Streamline. And then I guess Go for the Eyes should go here because that's the one that's attacking, so it's the only one that it actually removes the artifact charge from. And then let's defend. Can we get out of the rest of this battle without taking damage? It's somewhat likely. Somewhat. In order to do that, I do have to play 2 defends, and I think I'd rather play a zap than a dual cast. Currently. Let's do it. So here's where we can't get out of this without taking more damage. Unless all of the lightning hits the right one. Alright, it did not. We're going to take 3 more damage, at least. And here's another 3 damage. It just keeps piling up sometimes. That is how this battle goes, though. It's kind of what you expect. So we took 3 damage twice, and I think we took 7 damage the first turn. No, 8 damage the first turn. So that's 14 damage. It's not wonderful, but it's not the worst. We can go for the eyes U and win. Alright, Mercury Hourglass. Deal 3 damage to all of the enemies at the start of your turn. That is good for the fight that we just fought. We didn't have it there, but it's good for the fight that we just fought. We could get another claw. I think the number of claws that you want in your deck is 2. I don't think you want more than 2 claws, even for a claw deck. Would I rather have Sweeping Beam? Not really. I'd rather have Claw. Now, here's the next part where we get to choose to do something dangerous or not. Should we upgrade a card instead of healing? Yes, we will. We're going to upgrade Streamline, because upgrading Streamline adds 5 damage, and it is our big damage card. Next upgrade is probably Hologram. Don't know when we're going to make that upgrade, because we might have to heal before the boss. If we make it there. We're taking some risks, so we might not make it there. Do I want to play a potion? I could play Swift Potion, for example, because I don't have great things to spend my energy on this turn. This is a pretty good battle for the Flex Potion as well, but Flex Potion is kind of good in any elite battle. So let's play the Swift Potion. Not a great start. Not a great start. I'm kind of glad we did that so we didn't draw those things on a future turn, but still, not a great start. Should we Hologram Zap or should we Strike Strike? Hologram Zap does 3 damage a turn, Strike Strike deals 12 damage this turn. Strike Strike. Okay, we also did not get our Cold Snap before the first attack, which is also kind of bad. No question we're playing Streamline. If we used the Flex Potion, would we win this turn? So Flex Potion would add 15 damage. So currently we're doing... So 15 would put you at 40. Down to 20. Down to 14. 11. Does not win. Oh, actually, I would use the dual cast if I did that. But then we wouldn't get the 15. So let's see here. The most damage we can do is 20, 23, plus 16 is 39, plus 3 is 42, and then plus 10 is not enough. So we're not going to win this turn. I guess we're playing Streamline no matter what. We're playing Claw no matter what. Are we playing Defend? It only defends for 3. We're guaranteed to be able to play 12, 17 damage next turn. Plus the 3, or plus the 6. So that's 23 damage. As long as we draw anything that deals damage, then we're fine. So let's play the Defend. So we're taking 13 damage in this fight, and we used a potion. However, that does win. We got Smiling Mask. Not bad. The Merchant's card removal always costs 50. Leap. Do we want Leap? Leap is probably one of the better common block cards. I like it a lot more when it's upgraded. Do I want a Leap? It's kind of hard to take. But I think we actually do want the Leap. Unfortunately. Molten Egg. Ooh, that's quite nice. Whenever we add an attack card into our deck, we upgrade it. Pretty nice to find that midway through Act 1. Even though we have already taken a few unupgraded attack cards. Alright, here's where we find out if I made very poor decisions. Hello, Prosione. Welcome to the stream. We could play Hologram, Cold Snap, and Defend. That would block for everything. I think we want to do that no matter what. Do I want to send the Go for the Eyes towards this one, simply because it would get rid of the artifact charge? I think the answer is no. So that means we're going against one of the left or right ones like normal. Go for the Eyes, Cold Snap, Defend, Hologram for the block, and we get back Go for the Eyes. Can we take you out? We have 15 damage in our hand. If we use the Flex Potion, then we add enough to take you out. I think we do want to do that. So Flex Potion this turn, a Strike takes out that one. And then I guess we go after the right one because that's the one that has the lowest health right now. And of course, Leap to block. Would love to play Streamline. Do I want to play it slow to block fully, instead of playing Streamline and defeating the right one? Actually, we don't have to go slowly. We could defeat the front one. There we go. Take no damage and defeat one. Well, Go for the Eyes, Strike, and Claw. We did pretty well in that one. We did use a potion, but we did pretty well. Emotion Chip is maybe not the best for the deck that we have. If you lose HP during the previous turn, trigger the passive ability of all orbs at the start of your turn. It's good, but we don't really have many orbs right now. Distilled Chaos is great to see, though. We could get Ball Lightning. Excellent. Another source of orbs. And it is upgraded already. So now we've got a pretty good set of attacks in our deck. Now I really want to remove the strikes. Also, I hope that you noticed how well the Mercury Hourglass helped in that last battle. It did a good amount of damage. Alright, let's start this battle off with a Streamline and a Strike. Hello, Hans. Or Heinz Sakamoto. Welcome to the stream. I don't think I understand the comment. He was playing a game where all the maps are whole countries. Should we take an upgraded claw card to put in our deck? I did say before that we don't want too many claw cards in our deck, even though we're building a claw deck. And I think we do want an upgraded Sweeping Beam. The fact that it has an upgrade does sway me a lot. So let's take it. And Rocket Pants, welcome to the stream. Thanks for the luck. Oh, remove a card from the deck. I certainly want to do that. More than I want to heal 20. So let's remove one of these strikes, especially now that we've added so many other attack cards. And the 4 Elite path ended up being very good for us, especially because we only have a couple of cards still that we want upgrades for. And we didn't get too much damage so far. Let's see if that changes in this Elite fight, though. We still have one more to go. This is an Elite fight where using the Distilled Chaos after the first turn can be somewhat questionable, so maybe we should play the Distilled Chaos this turn if we plan to play it. I think that we do want to play Distilled Chaos in this battle, so we might as well play it the first turn before it could play skills and cause the Gremlin Knob's strength to go up. Also, that was a lot of damage. We ended up drawing 3 cards that helped us. None of them were defense. That does mean that defense are coming, though, which is not what we want to have. So Heinz, I really like doing challenges in games, and I'm a very patient person. So having a challenge that is tedious does not bother me in the slightest. Hey, we got a Streamline, perfect. Alright, took no damage, and we got gold-plated cables, which is pretty nice. This is an excellent relic. Your rightmost orb triggers its passive ability an additional time. It's kind of worse than Mercury Hourglass, though, because we don't get to upgrade the focus of our orbs. Still, it can be good. Ooh, this is a perfect time to pick up a Beam Cell. An upgraded Beam Cell applies Vulnerable. We could also take another Streamline, but I don't think we need another Streamline. We really want the Vulnerable add. And we could... The Living Wall. All these options are actually pretty good, but I think the most helpful option for us is removing a card. Removing the strikes in our deck improves our deck by kind of a lot. So let's remove one of those strikes. And we actually took very little damage going through all those elites, so we get to Smith here. And I think the most important thing to Smith in our deck is Hologram. Hologram gets a lot better Smithed. It gets a little bit more block, but the most important part is that it no longer exhausts, so you get to play it multiple times. And the boss. I probably will play Liquid Bronze in this boss battle, but because we took so little damage before, I may or may not do it. I have to decide before the end of turn 2, though. It's just a question of whether we deal enough damage fast enough to beat this boss without dying and without using liquid bronze. So here's the question time. Do we win this boss battle fast enough that we don't need liquid bronze in it, and we could save it for Act 2? I think we might. I think we might have enough damage. The claws do get better, and we've already played 2 of them. The streamline gets better. I think we may be able to do it, so let's try. Either way, we're playing these 3 cards this turn. I'm playing the Strike because we do want our Lightning Orb out there. It really helps when we have gold-plated cables. And Emotion Chip, so we do want to keep the orb. Dual Cast would get rid of that orb. Also, we've got Vulnerable on the boss right now, so Strike is better than it normally is. Liquid Bronze. So, Liquid Bronze gains 3 Thorns. Thorns means that whenever an enemy attacks me, they take the number of Thorns that I have damage back. So this means that each time the Hexaghost would attack me, it gets 3 damage back. And since Hexaghost tends to attack multiple times in a single turn, it can do a lot of damage to Hexaghost. This turn, I think we want to get our Streamline back with Hologram. So Hologram, we either want Beam Cell or Streamline. I think we want the Streamline. And we're definitely playing Ball Lightning over Defend. So this turn, we are taking some damage. The most defense we could put up is Defend plus Cold Snap. I think that's worthwhile. And I think I want my Cold Snap before my Ball Lightning. It's really a question of whether I want future defense or future lightning damage. Actually, let's do future lightning damage. How do we have 2? Oh, Emotion Chip. All of the orbs did their thing, so we got 2 from the Frost Orb. Alright. This is where our deck shines, when we have multiple claws and Streamline in our hand, and they're all upgraded throughout the battle. Here's our first burn, but honestly, we win. And we won only taking 10 damage without using a potion. The Colorless Potion. Colorless Potion is fine. By the way, just for challenge rules point of view, the rules lawyering part of this, I cannot have uncommon or rare cards in my deck. The deck I'm talking about is the one in the top right-hand corner. That's the deck that I'm bringing into every battle. Cards that I get during the battle, such as via potions, are allowed to be played whether or not they're common or rare cards. This, however, is a golden card pack, which only has rare cards in it. So we're just going to skip that. We're going to keep that on the ground. Huh. No longer rest at rest sites. Frozen Core would mean we no longer get our lightning at the beginning, but instead we will get frost in any empty orb slots. Or Inserter, which every 2 turns we gain an orb slot. I think for the current deck, Inserter is kind of the worst, because we don't really care to stack up our orbs, we actually want to evoke them. So Inserter, I think, is the worst of these choices. Coffee Dripper is excellent, except that you can no longer rest. We do have a deck that could use the extra energy. Because we play Hologram and because we play Sweeping Beam, we essentially draw extra cards to play. Even though we have 4 cards in the deck that cost 0, and we could have another if we upgraded Zap, we could take it. We might be able to use the energy. The Frozen Core, is it likely to do anything? I think it's likely to give us maybe 2 Frost. Maybe 2 Frost Orbs during a battle. Which is not great. Not that much better than getting 1 Lightning. I'm a little bit scared about not being able to rest, though. With a deck that doesn't have a great defensive strategy. Let's take it anyway. So the Coffee Dripper, we can no longer rest at rest sites. Alright, we are in for a bad time in Act 2, because our boss is the Champ. The Champ is a boss that you really want to have damage that scales up over the course of the battle, so as you play you do more and more damage, and we can't really do that with common cards. I don't think there's a way with common cards to accomplish that. So we might have to save potions for the Champ fight. In the meantime, we really want to see a shop. I see no shops. The only shops are late in the act. We do want to go to one of those. It doesn't look like we could fight many elites. This path only has 1. This path we could fight 3, but one of them would be Burning. Burning Elite doesn't seem great. So I think we're going to go toward this shop on the left, fight 2 elite battles, and get a couple of fires. And I think I will go to this event. Alright, lots of damage on the first turn. So this is one of the reasons why taking Coffee Dripper was not great. Our first starting hand, we can only spend 3 energy. So even though the Coffee Dripper gave us 4, we can't use it all on the first turn. We will be able to get benefit out of it in future turns. The Mercury Hourglass is also very good for this battle. I think the first turn is pretty easy. It's just which bird do we want to knock down. And I think it is this bird. Get out of the sky, bird. Go for the Eyes can basically remove the attack of a bird. So if we do that right there, that bird no longer is attacking us. We could get back, go for the Eyes with the hologram, and do that to this bird too. Seems like an option. Is that an option I want to pursue? We could knock a bird out of the sky with Go for the Eyes, Strike, and Streamline. Or for that matter, we could knock a bird out of the sky with Claw or Beam Cell instead of the Go for the Eyes. So let's do that. We get back probably Beam Cell, because adding the Vulnerable this turn is pretty helpful. In fact, I think we just take this bird out. Great. Sweeping Beam is always good in a multi-enemy fight, and we win. Sunder. Sunder we cannot take. It is uncommon. Oh, Compile Driver, though, is a way to draw cards. Probably one of the only I think it's the only common defect card that can draw you more than one card. Let's take it. We do have Frost Orbs in the deck. Only one source of Frost Orbs, though. We now kind of want a second source of Frost Orbs. Defend, defend, hologram. Defends everything. And there's no reason to play Zap in this fight, in this first turn, because we don't pierce the armor. So... I meant Strike. There's no reason to play Strike in this first one. And do I want Zap or do I want Defend? I would like to not take damage, but I don't know how possible that's going to be in this fight. Especially with most of our block having already been drawn. So do we go for the damage with Zap and just take 2? I think we take 2. This will trigger the emotion chip, which means we're going to do a fair amount at the beginning of next turn. Alright, great to see go for the eyes here. And of course we're playing Streamline, Defend, and Cold Snap. There's kind of no questions. Play the best cards in your hand, don't play Strike. Alright, I think we win this turn. We did take a couple of damage in this fight. But only a couple. Hey, great. I asked for another source of a Frost Orb, and the game gave me another source of a Frost Orb. Wonderful. Now we just need to remove cards. Which means we need... Oh, how about that? We could remove all strikes. I mean, we only have 2 strikes. The question is whether we want the bites. Bites are common cards. You can tell because of the gray border there. Instead of an uncommon or rare, a blue or yellow border. So bites technically work under the challenge rules, I think. I think I'm going to refuse, though. I refuse your vampiric ways. Alright, this one is going to be a difficult one. This is probably a good time to use Liquid Bronze. Unless I want to save it for an elite fight. You know, the Book of Stabbing? The Book of Stabbing is a much more useful time to use Liquid Bronze. So let's save it for an elite fight. Do I want to use the Colorless Potion this time? Maybe? Let's use it. Those are some weird options. I guess we take Trip. So we will trip the snake plant. Don't know how you trip a snake plant, but we were able to do it this time. And we're taking some damage. Ouch. 14 damage right there. I think the dual cast wins. It does. Not really sure if I should have played that Colorless Potion. Colorless Potion is not my favorite potion, neither is Skill Potion. But I'm not sure if I should have played it there. We could take another Compile Driver. I think I want that. So we've got 2 Compile Drivers, which draw cards. We've got 2 Cold Snaps, a source of lightning, a ball lightning, and a zap. So we've got 2 sources of 2 different orbs. And then we've got several zero-cost cards. Go for the Eyes, 2 Claws, and a Beam Cell, as well as Streamline, which becomes zero-cost. So I think we've got a pretty decent deck in terms of attack value. Our deck is really poor at defense, though. Our defensive game is lacking. Well, we can play Cold Snap and Compile Driver here. I guess we should. Cold Snap, Compile Driver. That gives us another Cold Snap. So the most we could defend this turn is Cold Snap and Defend. The most we could deal damage is Ball Lightning and Cold Snap. Either way, we play Cold Snap. I guess let's play Cold Snap and Defend. Do we play Sweeping Beam first? Yes, because in our current hand, I would play Sweeping Beam, Leap, Defend, and Dual Cast. So let's play the one that draws us cards first. Go for the eyes, great. Now we're going to play... We're no longer going to play the Defend. We play Leap and we play Strike. We got rid of our only lightning orb, so the compiled driver only draws one. Still nice, we got a hologram out of it. Hologram can get back ball lightning. And we did draw Streamline. We knew we were going to draw Streamline because we hadn't drawn it yet. I think this is a pretty easy turn. We Streamline you, we Beam Cell you, and we Cold Snap you a couple times. One of the things about building a commons-only deck is usually your turns are pretty easy to figure out, because the common cards just don't do as much as uncommon and rare cards. They're less interesting. Rebound. We could put the next card we play on the top of our draw pile. Kind of another way to manipulate the cards that we draw. It's especially good with Compile Driver because we could play the Rebound, then play the card that we want to draw, and then Compile Driver and draw it. I do like it. The problem with it is it's another good attack card in a deck that suffers from having too many good attacks and not great blocks. I think we still take it. But hopefully we can all see the problem with the deck that we're building. Can no longer rest at rest sites. That is dangerous. We want to smith probably Leap or Go for the Eyes. Those are the two best defensive cards that we have in our deck for upgrading. Go for the Eyes gets 1 more damage but adds 2 weak instead of 1 weak, which is a pretty significant upgrade. Leap gives 3 more block, which is normal. That's normal for a 1-cost block card. Defend also gets 3 more block, but Leap is our best block card. I think with the Champ as our boss, and the potential elite fights, especially Book of Stabbing, Go for the Eyes is what we want. The extra weak is pretty significant. Alright, there's the Book of Stabbing. I have called you out several times. We're going to play the Liquid Bronze immediately. So we've got 3 Thorns, which means the Book of Stabbing, who tends to attack a lot, is going to get Thorns damage whenever it does. So we're currently taking 5 damage this turn. And we get a wound from that. I could play a skill potion to try to get something to block, but I think I'm going to do that later in this fight. not the first turn. So, Compile Driver only draws one card. Sweeping Beam does as well, but doesn't do as much damage. Hologram could get back Go for the Eyes, and we could add more weakness, which seems pretty good. I think no matter what, we want to draw a card, because we really want a block card and something better than Defend if we can. So let's play Compile Driver. There's a Defend. Defend is not the best of the ones, but it is one. We're not playing our Streamline according to my current play here. I'm thinking Ball Lightning, Hologram, Defend. Defend or Hologram getting back Go for the Eyes so that we continue the weakness train. But we do take another 5 damage. I think that's the way. If we played Streamline, we would get 10 damage, and that's a lot to take from this boss right now. So, Hologram gets to Go for the Eyes. Ball Lightning, Defend. This does mean with Emotion Chip we're going to deal 9 extra damage next turn. But I would have preferred to not take the damage in the first place. Definitely start with Beam Cell. Right now we're playing all of these cards, so let's play Compile Driver, see what we draw first. We got a Cold Snap. Can we win this turn? If we can win this turn, we play Dual Cast Cold Snap. If we can't, we play Leap, Defend, Cold Snap. So winning this turn is 16 damage from that Lightning Orb plus the 6. That's 22 plus this 9 damage. That's not enough. So let's not play the dual cast. Let's block as much as we can. We still take 2 damage, but that's significantly less damage than we could have taken. Alright, we got a Whetstone. Whetstone is pretty interesting because we got... Well, let me go back over here. We got the Molten Egg pretty early, so most of the attacks that we've added to our deck are already upgraded. Whetstone upgrades 2 more. They're probably going to hit strikes, but it can hit Claw, Cold Snap, or Claw. None of those are that much better than hitting strikes, except that I'm planning to remove the strikes and not those other ones. So it's a pretty weak Whetstone, but of course it's free, so we're taking it. We got a Claw and a Strike. Weak Potion. And we could get Cool-Headed. That is another way to draw multiple cards with a common card with the Defect card pool. We'd have to upgrade it though. Right now it just adds a Frost and draws 1 card. The upgrade draws 2 cards, which is a pretty significant upgrade. I don't know that we want another Beam Cell. So do we want another card that draws a card? Because we took Coffee Dripper, I think we do. Because we took Compile Drivers, that's another reason to do that. I feel unfortunate. It feels unfortunate to take this because that means I really do have to upgrade it. But I'm taking it. And we're probably upgrading it right now, rather than Leap. Because Cool-Headed is much better upgraded. Okay, we've got only 30 health. We've got another elite, a couple normal enemies, and the boss. Not feeling confident here. Happy Flower is nice. Every 3 turns we gain an energy. That's pretty good with how much draw we have in our deck now. I think we're pretty good against the Gremlin Leader, because we should be able to take out the gremlins in the front pretty quickly, I think. Let's hit you. Ooh, we can take out both gremlins in the front. Great, let's do that. Alright, both gremlins down. Now we want to... I guess there's no reason not to dual cast that one, since we're playing Zap and 2 Cold Snaps. The question is, where do we want to put the Zap? Because we have 2 compile drivers in the deck, only one coming up, but because we've got those 2, I think I want the Zap, the Lightning Orb in the center. So we're the most likely to have 2 different orbs. Alright, here's the damage turn. This is a great turn to add weakness to the boss, which we can only do with the weak potion. Alright, well, we're probably going to do that. Let's play Sweeping Beam first. Yeah, let's play Sweeping Beam first. We know we're going to do that. We have an extra energy right now due to Happy Flower. If we're defeating this one, we're going to defeat it with a strike, so we're going to claw the Gremlin Leader. So what I'm thinking right now is, can we deal 79 damage this turn? And the answer is an emphatic no. We cannot deal 79 damage this turn. Which means let's use a skill potion. Ooh. Gain block equal to the number of cards in your discard pile. That's quite nice right now. Let's get the stack. So now do we need to do weakness potion? We should not have to. We'll strike you. We will hologram. We could hologram Go for the eyes if we need to. Stack adds 15. It'll add a little bit more than 15. So we're blocking for 20 here, plus the 9 there. Great, we're already fully blocking without getting the weak back, which means I probably want to get a claw back. Yeah, so let's hologram a claw, the upgraded one, and then block fully. Great. I'm really glad we got such a useful skill out of the skill potion, because the skill potions are somewhat random. Also, rebounding this lightning orb, this ball lightning, seems like a really nice thing to do here. So beam cell, rebound, ball lightning. Then we get to cool-headed to draw that ball lightning and win. Shuriken, every time we play 3 attacks, gain a strength. That's very nice for the deck that we have. We play a lot of attacks, we've got a lot of zero-cost attacks. We could take another rebound or another cool-headed. I think those are poor options. Too many rebounds, probably. And another cool-headed that we would have to upgrade. I don't think we want that. So I think we're skipping these. The force field, not only do we not have power cards, it's also uncommon. So we can't take it. Okay, we could technically take Ritual Dagger. Losing 6 health might cause us to die against the boss when we might not have. So I don't think I want to. I think we're just going to smash and grab. I do like the Ritual Dagger. It's a pretty nice way to scale up a card, to make a card really strong. But I think the 6 damage might kill us. So smash and grab. we have a lot of money. So, Mummified Hand, normally an amazing relic for a Defect play. Whenever you play a power card, a random card in your hand costs 0. Defect has an affinity with power cards, so there's a lot of power cards in the Defect card pool. The problem is, the power cards are uncommon or rare, so we don't really get to play with them in this particular run. The Bag of Marbles adds vulnerable to the enemies on the first turn. That's not bad. The Runic Capacitor means that we start with more orb slots. More orb slots means that we get to have more orbs out, which means our cards that draw cards, the compile drivers, would be more effective. They would more often draw 2 cards. But that also means that we don't get to evoke our orbs as often. We do tend to put out a good amount of orbs, though. And it is good against the particular boss that we're going up against. We might take it. No matter what, we're taking card removal, and we're removing this strike. So that was the easy option. Now, the only card we could buy is Charge Battery. Don't think we want Charge Battery. It is a block card, but it's not a very special block card. Not really. I think we take Bag of Marbles. It's good, especially against the normal enemies. And I think we do take Runic Capacitor. Mainly because of the single boss that we're fighting next. And then, I think we need this block potion. This block potion is essentially 12 health, and I think we need that 12 health. And then I think I'm done. The skill potion, as much as I dislike it because it's pretty random, skills have a lot of different effects, so you don't know when to use a skill potion. I think it's better than these two for dealing with the set of things that we're dealing with and the fact that our deck has very little block in it. So, we move on. What do I think about this battle? I think we want to rebound a Cold Snap. And I think we want to go for the Eyes the Chosen. So go for the Eyes the Chosen. That means that we can almost block fully this turn. Almost. And like I said, I think we rebound the Cold Snap. And then we should be fine. The rest of this battle is very simple. We've got one more battle before the boss. In that next battle, we might want to think about trying to set Happy Flower to 1 at the end of the next battle. That doesn't really change what we do in this battle, though. Let's start with Compile Driver, because it draws us cards. Or we could get Beam Cell back. I think we want the Beam Cell back first. So hologram the Beam Cell. Add some more vulnerable so that we end this battle very quickly. And yeah, play all of our attack cards. Ooh. Oh well. I think we still win pretty handily. Even though I played that probably in the wrong order. A Strength Potion. I think we want our current set of potions for the boss. Because they're all defensive. And that's what we need the most. Well, those are all cards we cannot take, because they are uncommon and rare. 3 birds. We have a pretty good deck for dealing with this. We even drew Sweeping Beam on the first turn. when they're all vulnerable. We did not draw well for dealing with this, though. I think I will dual cast this, see where it lands, and then target that one. Well, we don't really have block. We could rebound the cold snap, and then with compile driver, play it. Or we could play the compile driver and hope to get a better block card than a cold snap, which seems like it might be the better option. So let's not rebound anything in our hand this turn. Let's Ball Lightning, Cold Snap, Compile Driver, and see where that puts us. If we do that, we want to deal with the right one first. So Ball Lightning, Cold Snap you, and then Compile Driver, hoping for a card that blocks. We got a Cold Snap. That's not any better than we were already doing. Yes, that is not any better than we were already doing. We also can't guarantee that any of them are dying. This could be a time that we play a skill potion. I've just been wanting to play the skill potion in the boss fight. And we recently got a potion, so our chances of getting a potion from this battle are very slim. So what do? We definitely play Cold Snap, so we take less damage. And do we rebound that Cold Snap? No, we don't. We have other things that we'd rather play. So we play the Cold Snap first. Ho-ho! It got it! The lightning orb with the gold-plated cables got that one. Alright, we took a lot less damage because of that. 6 less damage. That was great. And let's hologram our streamline. Alright, we did get a little bit lucky there. We could get another Cold Snap or another Compile Driver. Both are pretty decent in our deck. Do I want to take more Cold Snaps? Now that we have the Runic Capacitor? It's technically kind of a block card, but not much of a block card. I'm going to regret this in Act 3 if we get there. But I probably won't regret it for the fight that we're about to fight. So I'm very focused on this one fight. I think that we now upgrade Leap. Get the 3 extra block. And this is where I think we might die. Because I don't think our deck handles the champ very well. We'll see. Cold Snap, Compile Driver, see what we draw. We got a rebound. We could rebound a Claw. So one of the things to deal with the champ, because like I said, we want scaled up damage against the champ. The only scale up damage that we have in our deck is Claw. So playing Claw as often as possible, such as playing this one both this turn and next turn, upgrades those Claws. I guess the other scaling damage that we have is the Shuriken. Another reason to put the Claw back on top. Alright, this is the turn that I think we use the skill potion and see what we get. We got a stack and a charge battery. Stack does the most this turn. It's likely to do more than a charge battery in this fight. So let's take the stack. Beam Cell, of course. Sweeping Beam, see what we draw. We drew a Ball Lightning. Alright, play all the cards and then play Stack. So this gains 12 block. We're currently taking 9 damage. Well, no, 7 damage because the Frost Orb helps. I don't think that's a time to play our Weak Potion. We need our Weak Potion for the second half of this fight. So Cool-Headed draws us more claws eventually. Let's play Cool-Headed. Go for the Eyes doesn't do much, but, you know, no reason not to play it. Compile Driver draws us more claws eventually. Streamline is a good amount of damage. I guess we play Streamline. We're drawing Hologram as one of the last cards in our deck. The worst time to draw Hologram. If we Streamline this turn, then next turn he's going to buff himself again. Because we're going to trigger the second part of this battle. Let's do that. Let's trigger the next part of this battle. He's got... Ooh, he gave himself 6 strength. That's really dangerous. That's really dangerous. We do dual cast this. We hologram one of the claws. The upgraded one. And then we pray, basically. We've got a weak potion and a block potion to try to block the damage that's incoming. But it's going to be a lot of damage. 50 damage, in fact. 50 damage incoming. So, weak potion. That's 36 damage. Still a little bit too much for us. Let's play Cool-Headed first, see what we draw. Go for the Eyes would have weakened him as well. I probably should have played my turn a little bit before playing the Weak Potion, because we did draw Go for the Eyes, and that was very likely. Do I want to put any of these cards on top? Not really. The Cold Snap is something we could put on top with Rebound. I guess Cold Snap is better than a Defend on top, and we do need the defense. So let's rebound this Cold Snap. We are going to go for the Eyes, of course. And then the question is, are we dying? And the answer is no, we are not dying. We are going down to 2, if I'm reading this right. 36 damage. We've got 30 health right now. And we're gaining 8, so we go down to 2, except that the gold-plated cables. So we're actually going down to 4. We survive this turn barely without playing the block potion. So let's keep the block potion. And then we should win. Great. Alright, we beat Act 2. We're going to leave these filthy yellow cards on the floor and move on. Runic Pyramid. Runic Pyramid, Fusion Hammer, or Empty Cage. So Runic Pyramid makes it so that we no longer discard our hand at the end of our turn. That's a pretty strong effect. It's especially good with Go for the Eyes because it only applies the weak when they're attacking, so you can save the Go for the Eyes for when they're attacking. It also means if we can't play all the cards in our hand one turn, we might be able to play them a future turn. Or just, you know, hold, defends, or strike in our hand and not have to draw them all the time. On the other hand, Empty Cage is another good way to do that. If we had things we want to remove. I want to remove the dual cast. I kind of also want to remove Zap. So we could remove dual cast Zap. That would increase the defensive card density of our deck and remove probably the 2 weakest cards in the deck right now. Although dual cast does get better with Runic Pyramid. I think we want Empty Cage. So the other option here is Fusion Hammer. We can have even more energy. We can no longer smith at rest sites. Because our deck is rather upgraded, smithing at rest sites is not that significant anymore, but we already can't rest at them, so this would make rest sites useless. And I don't think I want useless rest sites, even with the extra energy. I think. The extra energy could be good with the amount of draw that we have in our deck. I do actually want all 3 of these. I think I will take Empty Cage. Let's remove the Zap and the Dual Cast. All right, we actually got a great final boss. We got the Awakened one as our final boss. The Awakened one is usually something you don't want to see as the Defect, because the Awakened one gets stronger every time you play powers, and the Defect usually has a lot of powers in their deck. We don't have any powers in our deck. So the Awakened one is actually probably one of the easiest end bosses for the deck that we've built. We surely want to go to the shop. Surely we want to go to that shop. One of the questions here is, do we want to try to go into Act 4? I was very questionable whether we would make it through Act 3, so Act 4 seems like a pretty crazy thing to shoot for. I don't know. We don't have any decisions that we have to make until going to that shop, though, so let's go to the shop first. How do we want to approach this battle? I guess we play cool-headed first. See what we draw. Sweeping Beam is quite nice. We do want to play Hologram and Defend, I think, so that we block everything that that one is doing. And we should Beam Cell one of them. Probably Beam Cell this one, so that we can knock one of them out, reduce how much damage is incoming on future turns. Ooh, we could Streamline you and just kill you right now. That's kind of nicer. Streamline you, kill you right now, and then claw one of these. He will regrow, because we killed him very quickly, but it does mean that there's a lot less damage coming in this turn. The leap blocks an attack. I think we play the leap no matter what. Do we want the leap next turn with rebound? We've got so much damage we can deal. How much damage are these 3? 13, 11, and 11. So that is 41 damage, I think. That's plenty to kill this one. The question is whether I want to put anything on top. And I think the answer is we want the compile driver on top. So we're going to rebound the compile driver. Rebound compile driver. Now then, we actually drew the other compile driver with that compile driver. We can now play it and get our other compile driver back, which is fine. Fine. Now we have the other compile driver. We could play it, or we could play Ball Lightning. Most likely Ball Lightning is the better option here, along with a Leap. More damage than we can really handle coming in. Mainly because of that one. We could just kill that one. Never mind. How much does Claw do? Only 7? So we would need to play these two on this one. Great. And we actually win here, because the 2 lightnings and the gold-plated cables. Great, I think we came out of that one without taking any damage. Another Claw or another Ball Lightning. Actually, the Ball Lightning. One of the reasons I was questioning removing Zap from the deck is that reduces the number of sources of lightning that we have in the deck, which reduces the usefulness of Compile Driver. We can now add a Ball Lightning back. Let's do that. That also means removing the Strike that we have in the deck is even better at the shop. We do want Cool-Headed, I think. Actually, we're going to draw cards with Compile Driver. Let's play the Cold Snap first, and then the Compile Driver. Now we choose whether we play Cool-Headed or not, and I think we do. The Streamline does 30 damage, which is quite a lot, but doesn't kill it. And we would really prefer to defend. So we defend most of it. Taking 2 damage. Remember, every damage that we take stays, because we have no way to gain health currently. We have a relic which prevents us from gaining health. Where is it? There it is. Prevents us from gaining health at rest sites. We don't have any relics or any other way to gain health. So every time we take damage, it's damage that we'll have for the rest of the run. Unless we go to Act 4. Or we get a Fairy in a Bottle. Oh, right. Fairy in a Bottle is a way to heal, kind of. Another Leap. I think we needed this Leap. Yes, we need another good block card in the deck, and Leap is going to have to do. Okay. Oddly Smooth Stone gives us extra dexterity, which means we defend more with our defensive cards. Sling of Courage makes it so that the rest of the elites go down quicker. We cannot afford both of those. The question card is great, but it's not that great this late. We will surely do card removal. We can't afford both of these, but we can afford one of them and card removal and a potion. I'm looking at the Compile Driver and the Sweeping Beam and saying no to those, by the way, as well as the Recursion. So card remove, we are going to remove the Strike. Yes, I think the Strike is the worst card in our deck, even though it's upgraded. We actually do need the defense, even though they're not upgraded. And I think more important than the Sling of Courage is the Oddly Smooth Stone. And then what? Maybe the Swift Potion? The Swift Potion is more reliable than Skill Potion. So let's take the Swift Potion. And there we go. Are we going to this Burning Elite with the potential of going to Act 4? The fact that we cannot heal after the Burning Elite is what's mainly giving me pause. As well as not being able to use one of the fires and the chest. Let's go for it. And we might decide differently after this battle. In fact, I think this battle might cause us to change our mind. Well, let's start with go for the eyes. And then we probably are going to hologram that go for the eyes. We can't kill any of them. Could play our Swift Potion immediately. This is a good time to play the Block Potion. Let's do the Compile Driver. So let's Compile Driver the one that's already hurt. Ooh, we could Streamline. So streamlining that one kills it. And that's quite nice. Could we Streamline a different one and kill it? Because it does 30 damage. So 30 damage on you would mean that you have 14 health left, which we could do 6. That's 1 off. But we would also get the go for the eyes back. This one's dealing more damage though, even though it does have weaken. I'm considering several options. I think that we want to streamline this one, just get rid of it. Then we hologram. Oh, we could have actually killed that one. I forgot about the shuriken, but still. Let's hologram our go for the eyes, because that's the only block-ish card that we have. And start working on this one. And how much damage are we taking? We're taking 19, which means we're getting the full use out of that Block Potion. Let's start with a Sweeping Beam. We can block everything from that one, I think. Let's play Cool-Headed to see if I'm right about that. So we need one more block to block everything, which we can get with Cold Snap. So Cold Snap you, and Claw you so that you die. We took 1 damage in this battle, but we also used a potion. Could have another Streamline, or another Sweeping Beam, but we've already said no to another Sweeping Beam in an earlier card pack. Do I want the extra Sweeping, or extra Streamline? Kind of think no. Kind of thinking no. Let's not take it. And now we have to decide, are we going to this Burning Elite? I guess we could make the decision if we go here, but if I'm going to the Burning Elite, I'm probably going to an event. If we go to the Burning Elite, we have a chance at Act 4, but we could also die because we went to the Burning Elite. I am one that likes to take risks, so we're taking the risk. Alright, we can't actually do this, because colorless cards are always uncommon or rare, so we're going to skip all of those cards. Unfortunately, that was a nothing event, but at least we didn't take damage in a battle. The Giant Head with Metallicize. It's a little bit scary for the Giant Head to have Metallicize, but not that scary. We're going to play Cool-Headed no matter what, so let's start there. We're going to play Claw no matter what, although we should probably play it last, or close to last. think we want to play the Defend and the Cold Snap. Right? Thinking about it. This fight we do have to end somewhat quickly, and maybe the best way to do that is with Streamline. Or not. Or we could play Compile Driver, draw 2 more cards, and then potentially play Defend, Cold Snap, or whatever we draw. Let's do that. So, we got a hologram. How excellent. Hologram can get back a claw after we play it. And that also means that we get to block fully this turn. So let's play a Defend. Let's play Claw. Let's play Hologram. And get back the Claw. Alright, we're leveling up our claws. And we blocked fully on the first turn. You're attacking again in your early phase. The early phase is not when you're supposed to be attacking. Everything in my hand is an attack card. So I guess we play Beam Cell first, and then Compile Driver to see if we draw a block card. We got Go for the Eyes, that's sort of a block card. And we have the Cold Snaps. Do I want to rebound any of these? I do. I want to rebound probably the Ball Lightning. Unless I want to play 2 Cold Snaps so that we block as much as we can. Well, we're playing the Go for the Eyes next. So I'm either doing Cold Snap, Rebound with the intention of taking as little damage this turn as possible, or we're playing Rebound, Ball, Lightning, Cold Snap, so that we're doing as much damage as we can with our orbs. And I think we're playing Cold Snap, Rebound. And looking at our deck, I really do want to put the Cold Snap on top. That Cold Snap on top, in particular. So, Cold Snap, Rebound, Cold Snap. We're taking 3 damage this turn, which also means that we have block for next turn. Not that that matters. This is the only turn that it's not attacking. I expected that. That's what it would normally do. If we play the Sweeping Beam, we might draw the Leap, and then we wouldn't have Leap for next turn. But if we don't play the Sweeping Beam, we don't do the damage, and we don't get Shuriken higher, and we draw less claw cards. So I think we've got to play the Sweeping Beam. So this turn, we just play all of our cards. Sweeping Beam first, so that we can play another... We did get the Leap. That was the most unfortunate thing that could have happened. Alright, we've only done... We haven't even done half its health in damage, and we're in the next phase of this battle. Oh, we're not. One more turn. Okay, one more turn is not bad. Let's put the Leap on top. So we're going to Defend, Rebound, Leap, and Claw. Alright. Now things are getting scary. I do like seeing Beam Cell. Should we hologram a Claw? I think we should play Leap no matter what. And we should play Compile Driver. Let's do the Beam Cell and the Compile Driver before we play Hologram. I think we do hologram a Claw. We could also hologram Leap, which might be good, but maybe we should play Defend and then hologram a Claw? I feel like we should have been focusing more on damage this entire battle. So let's see here. Defend and Hologram each get 12, or get 6 block each, so that's 12 block. We're gonna take damage. I don't know, let's do the Defend Hologram Claw. Those claws are doing good damage. It's just that the giant head is doing good damage too. And that's not good for us. Cool-headed first. We can play 4 of these cards. Or we could play Compile Driver. Let's play Leap. We're going to play Leap no matter what we do. Then let's play the Compile Driver. Haha, go for the eyes. Perfect. So now, are we blocking all of it? We are blocking all of it as long as we play Ball Lightning or Cold Snap. And I might want to play both of those, actually. So Ball Lightning and Cold Snap. Ball Lightning, Cold Snap, and a Claw. And we should be winning next turn. So I think we beat this elite battle pretty well. We took a little bit of damage. I don't remember how much, but we didn't take too much. So that went down easier than it might have been, and we got Data Disc, which is huge. Start each combat with 1 focus. We got heavily rewarded for taking that battle. Emerald Key, the Strength Potion, and we could get another Beam Cell. I've said no to another Beam Cell in the past. I think I will continue saying no to it. Alright. Do we want to do this battle? You know, I don't think so. Even though we just fought a Fiery Elite, I don't think we do this one. This one's really dangerous. I don't think we defeat them fast enough to not take a fair amount of damage. So let's just leave. And another Elite or a Fire. A Fire only does an upgrade. What would we upgrade? We would upgrade a Defend at this point. You know, I'm pretty happy upgrading a Defend, actually. So let's upgrade a Defend. No, cancel. Recall. Let's recall now, because I might forget if I don't recall now. No, Ancient Tea Set is not bad, but we can't take it. We have to take the Sapphire Key. Alright. So we're going to Act 4 if we survive, and I'm feeling a lot better about surviving. Hologram can get back 1 of these cards. I think that we want Hologram on top of the deck. So I think we Cold Snap this one. We Rebound and we Hologram. And do we want... It doesn't really matter what we take here, because I just want to play another Cold Snap. Haha, good job, Lightning Orb. Man, it's really nice to have focus. The Defect is a lot better when you have focus, you know? Increasing the effectiveness of your orbs. This turn, we could... We're going to play a Leap. Let's start there. We're definitely playing Leap. We could double play Streamline. That would kill this one. Because we play Streamline, we Hologram Streamline, and then we play it again. You are going to die again. Let's play a Sweeping Beam first. Compile Driver exactly kills you. And then Beam Cell, Compile Driver, a Ball Lightning. We've got it. Hey Nico, welcome to the stream. And thanks for the luck. This run is actually going great. Do we want an Essence of Steel? 4 plated armor is definitely not nothing. Is it better than a strength potion? It may or may not be. I honestly don't know which one I would prefer. I'm going to keep the strength potion because I can't decide. Stack. Do we want Stack Plus in the deck? You know, we only have a 22 card deck, but we don't have any powers. We don't have any cards that exhaust. Stack is a lot better with hologram. I think we take the stack. Sure. And we are definitely going to this shop. Do we want to remove a defend from the deck? We could. Would we rather have a duplication potion than the current potions that we have? I don't know. We don't have many cards that we would really need to duplicate. Not really. So the real question is, what card do we remove? I think we keep the claws. I think we keep the 2 cold snaps. Oh, we've got 3 cold snaps. Actually, let's remove a cold snap. Yeah, let's remove a cold snap. I think that we get plenty of frost orbs. So let's remove 1 cold snap, the unupgraded one. And then leave. The unupgraded stack is not as good as an upgraded one. By far. By 3 block even. And I'm deciding not to take the potions. Slowly deciding not to take the potions. Alright, our Nemesis. Our Nemesis is real bad if we draw our cards in the wrong order. For that reason, we're going to put a leap on top with Rebound. Rebound is excellent to draw first turn against the Nemesis. So, Cold Snap you, Rebound, and play the leap so we get it next turn. Thinking whether we should have played the Strength Potion here. It's possible we should have. Alright, that's why we put Leap on top. We also happened to draw Go for the Eyes on a perfect turn to draw Go for the Eyes. Here's our Leap. We can Claw and Ball Lightning. And then we get 15 block off of this, which means we're not blocking everything, but we're blocking all but 2. Not bad. Let's do Beam Cell first. That's easy. We're going to play Streamline. Are we going to hologram that Streamline and play it again? I think we are. So that's going to use up all of our energy this turn. And then we have to survive next turn. Don't feel great about it. We might use our Draw 3 potion, our Swift potion. We did get a Leap. We got a Leap, we got a Defend. So we're actually blocking for everything. That's pretty nice. I guess we'll play the Sweeping Beam. Or we could play the Cold Snap and the Ball Lightning. Yeah, let's play the Cold Snap and the Ball Lightning. Alright, we're coming out of the Nemesis fight, only taking 2 damage. Our Nemesis is no match for us. We got a Maw Bank. Maw Bank is awful to get this late in the run. It's going to give us very little gold. It's not the worst relic to get this late in the run, but it's pretty close. I don't think we want Steam Barrier. Do we want another compile driver? I'm pretty happy with the compile drivers we have. Does that mean I want another one? It's better than Sweeping Beam. Basically all the time. Sweeping Beam is only better in multi-enemy fights. I think we're going to say... Ooh. Draw 2 cards, though. I'm going to say no. We're going to keep the deck how it is. It's working well, I don't want to mess that up. Oh, we got a second shop. Alright. And we got a power potion in the shop. Not great against our current boss, but it is probably good against the heart, if we get that far. A Gambler's Brew is also pretty decent. And we could remove a Defend. Especially since we added a Leap Plus and a Stack Plus. Let's remove one Defend. And the Maw Bank has already stopped working. It did so little. The Power Potion is good against Act 4 and not great against Act 3. The rest of Act 3. So I think we skip it. And we're moving on. Hey, we got another chest. Great, it has a lantern in it. That's pretty nice. Start each combat with an additional energy the first turn. Alright, one final smith. We're going to smith a Defend. And go into the final boss. We have no powers, so I actually feel pretty good about this. I am going to swig this strength potion immediately, though. And what shall we do here? I think we start with a Sweeping Beam. Sweeping Beam seems pretty nice. Start with a Sweeping Beam. Compile Driver only draws us 1, unfortunately. We're going to play Leap, but Leap doesn't block for everything. Which one should we target here? This does 18 damage. This does 18 damage. This does 10 damage. So if we target this one, and we play the Claw after we get an extra strength, then I think that works. So, Compile Driver here. Actually, we could play the Compile Driver after we get the extra strength. Yeah, sure. So, Claw here. Ball Lightning here. Compile Driver here does 19 exactly. Ooh, a Cool-Headed. And if we hadn't used all of our energy in order to defeat that one, we could have played enough to block fully this turn, but we didn't. I'm going to add more Vulnerable to the boss, because clearly we don't need it on this one. Alright, so far so good. Let's just continue to hit this boss down. What are we going to hologram? We could hologram the Compile Driver and draw more cards this turn. Or we could go with what we have. We don't really need much of this. So let's hologram the Compile Driver. Draw a couple more cards. If I play both Cold Snaps, then we block for plenty. So let's play both Cold Snaps. That means we can We can attack. We don't have to play the stack or defend to block. We play Claw. Claw first. Is there any of these that I want in my discard pile before we play Compile Driver? I don't think so. So we're going to play Rebound and Compile Driver. Hey, we got Hologram. We're taking 24 damage. We're only blocking for 9 currently. We could play Defend, Hologram, Defend. This means we're blocking for 15. This would be 21. And we played the Defend again. Yeah. Keep the block up. The first part of this battle is kind of not a problem for us. The second part, I think, is going to be easier than usual because we haven't increased his strength at all. Because the Curiosity, we've never played a power. 22 damage incoming. Let's start with Compile Driver. We got a stack. I'm thinking about how best we want to block this turn. So stack blocks for 9, 10, 11. 11 at least. So if stack blocks for 11, then we only need 2 more, which means a Cold Snap does it. Cold Snap, and let's actually rebound the stack. So we have it for next turn. Beam Cell and the Compile Driver draws cards. And we didn't actually need that stack this turn. Alright. We've got a bunch of block saved up in orbs. The boss is doing my health worth in its attack, so that's usually not a good thing to see. I think we start with Sweeping Beam. We can leap. That blocks for some. And since we're not blocking for everything, I am considering this Swift Potion. I am considering it. I think I might not, because even though we're taking a good amount of damage this turn, we're not taking a ton. We are blocking for how much? Well, we're going to play Ball Lightning, which means this Frost Orb will be in front and count double. So we essentially have 6 times 3, that's 18, plus the 13, that's 31, plus the 6 is 37. We're only taking 5 damage this turn. That's not too bad. So take the 5 damage. Don't fret so much. It'll also add a lot of block for this turn because of Emotion Chip. Emotion Chip ended up being very good. I gave it some flack at the beginning saying it wouldn't be great in this run. Ended up being great. So much for that flack. Yeah, let's play another Compile Driver. Alright, so we just want to hit this boss as hard as we can. Let's end this fight. The Void is not great to see. If we play Cool-Headed, we'll guarantee to draw the Void. So one thing that we could do is play Cool-Headed as the last card that we play, so we don't take the Void effect. Hologram could get back a Claw, which is doing pretty well these days. Yeah, let's do Hologram for a Claw. Hologram and upgraded Claw. Do that. Actually, let's rebound this Claw No, we can't do that, because we have to play cool-headed last. So, play that, play the ball lightning. Should we rebound the cool-headed? I'm perfectly happy rebounding a cool-headed. So now we play cool-headed. The void did not have any effect on us because we were already at 0. We planned that so that it would not hurt us. And Streamline, does it win on its own? It does not, but it wins with a claw. Alright, so we have won my challenge. The challenge was we played with only common and starter cards. We had no uncommon or rare cards in the deck. We beat this with the Defect on Ascension 6, which is the first time I've done this on Ascension 6, which means I'm beating my personal best. My personal best was with the Watcher on Ascension 5. And the last time we played as the Defect, we did this on Ascension 1. So this was a pretty big improvement in my personal best. And here's our deck. We've got a couple of defends left. That's all that's left of our starting deck. We actually even took away the Zap and the Dual Cast. We've got a couple of Claws and a Streamline. And Go for the Eyes and Beam Cell are the two effects that we add. The hologram has been amazing. I wish we had found another one. We only found one hologram. I would have taken several more if we had. We had seen more. We've got compile drivers to draw cards, along with ball lightnings and cold snaps to make sure those compile drivers pretty much always draw 2 cards. And we've got cool-headed to draw cards as well. We added Stack Plus and Leap Plus near the end because we really needed block cards. Our block was not great in our deck, and those ended up really improving the block that we had in our deck. Alright, so now that we've won, let's just continue on to Act 4, because I did end up getting all the keys. Act 4, we have 71 health. And what do we smith? I think we smith Defend. We only have 2 cards in our entire deck that are not upgraded. We could take a Fruit Juice. Fruit Juice is exactly as much as we can afford. The Smoke Bomb is also not terrible. So Smoke Bomb, it's important to note how this works. So the next battle we're going to fight is an elite battle where we're surrounded. We've got an elite on both sides of us. You cannot play Smoke Bomb when you're surrounded, but you can play it after you kill one of them. So the Smoke Bomb essentially kills the other one. You do no longer get the rewards from the battle. But we could do the Smoke Bomb in order to just skip one of the elites in the next battle. It's an option. Another pretty decent option here is Gambler's Brew, just another like get out of jail card with if we draw a poor hand, we can play Gambler's Brew to make it better. And Fruit Juice just gives us 5 more health. 5 more health could be pretty significant, but I don't know if it's as good as Gambler's Brew. I think we take the Gambler's Brew. And let's go. See if we can finish this one off. I'm not extremely confident about defeating the Heart with this deck. We've done pretty well so far, but I don't know that we've done well enough to defeat the Heart. Note, by the way, they don't have any artifact charges because we've already stripped them with the bag of marbles. We can play all of these cards. Okay. Had to verify that before playing any of them. Alright, this is the painful turn. This is probably a good turn for us to use our Swift Potion in order to draw more block. We are definitely going to play Go for the Eyes. That's not a question. Go for the Eyes U reduces it, so now we're only taking 49 damage. Let's play the Swift Potion. We did get a Leap. Leap is one of our best block cards. So we're going to play that Leap. We of course play the Claw, no reason not to do that. We could play a Cool-Headed. If we focus on block this turn, it would be Cool-Headed, Defend, and Defend unless we draw Hologram or Leap. Or Stack. Actually, Stack is a really good option too. Let's play the Cool-Headed. We drew Hologram and Leap. Interesting. So we're going to play this Leap no matter what. We may play the Defend instead of the Hologram. We could turn around and weaken this one, but if we did that, I'm not sure if we would actually be taking less damage or more damage because we turned around. And I say that because Hologram, Go for the Eyes, could attack this one, and that would turn us around, but I'm not sure that we want to do that. Let's play Leap. So now we are taking how much damage? We've got 5 extra block after considering that, plus we've got the 9, so that's 14. You are dealing 28. So we're currently taking 14 damage. We can reduce that to 5. Not bad. Alright, now it's you that's dealing all the damage, and this stack is as good as it could be. We should not play the compile driver before the stack. So play the stack first. I want to hit the right one the most. So we should probably hit the right one and then hit the left one at the end. Compile driver. Are we going to need the Defend? Probably. Let's play another compile driver. Okay, we drew a Leap. Leap is better than Defend. And do we want to rebound that Leap? Could be good to rebound the Leap. Alternative plans. Can we kill that one? We cannot. Let's rebound the Leap. So rebound, Leap, Claw. And we should be blocking really well. We took 4 damage. Oh, you reduced my focus. That's one of the reasons why we took damage there. Okay, well, Claw you, Ball Lightning you, Leap, and unfortunately that turn, not much happened. We should be able to kill this one this turn. A Beam Cell plus a Streamline does that. Let's start there. Now we block fully with Stack. Great. We've taken how much damage in this fight? I think we've taken 9 damage in this fight so far. And you reduce my focus again. That's getting really annoying. Really annoying. 30 damage. We can hologram. We could actually hologram the stack. Let's do that. Hologram stack. There we go. Now we're not taking any damage. Yeah, Prosione mentions that he didn't know that this Spire shield can reduce your focus. It actually is random for the defect. It's random whether it reduces your focus or reduces your strength. And we've been randomly selected to reduce focus each time. That time it reduced our strength, by the way. We went from 4 strength to 3 strength. Do not like drawing all these burns, but luckily we have enough frost to block those burns. And we got out of there. The blue candle is completely useless to us, but, you know, we'll take it. It's free. Don't look the gift horse in the mouth. And these are not the cards we want. I mean, I might want these, but we couldn't take them. So we're down 1 potion, we're going up against the heart. We've got the Gambler's Brew and the Fairy in a Bottle. Fairy in a Bottle only really helps us against the big attack. The multi-strike could kill you even if the Fairy in a Bottle takes effect. How do I think we're going to do? I don't know. This one's iffy. We actually have pretty good block in our deck now, so I'm not really worried about the block so much as I used to be. We are going to rebound the leap. Rebound leap because we will want leap next turn. Alright. Drawing the void already is kind of bad. And we did not get the one card that I wanted most. The card that I wanted most here was Go for the Eyes. We did not get it. We could play Gambler's Brew. This is not the best hand to do Gambler's Brew on, though, because we have block cards, which is kind of what we need. We could do Hologram and Sweeping Beam and hope. Let's do Hologram, Sweeping Beam, and hope. Hologram, Sweeping Beam, hope. We drew a wound. Alright. Well, the Gambler's Brew is looking better now. Because we could get rid of these 3. And potentially draw something really nice like a stack or Go for the Eyes. It also puts us closer to Go for the Eyes for next turn. I am going to do that. We drew kind of worse. Kind of worse. Okay, well, we are going to play the Claw because I think we do have to play those claws when we draw them. And that was a painful turn. At least we're going to zap you a whole lot right here. I mean, 2. 2 is how much we zapped you. We still did not get our Go for the Eyes. Wow. I guess we're using our Fairy in a Bottle already, which is quite bad. Quite bad. Okay, well, this has been a very painful start to this fight. Very painful. We're going to draw Go for the Eyes next turn when it does not work, when it no longer applies weakness. Alright, we used our Fairy in a Bottle already. I guess we should play the Go for the Eyes anyway. We could play Stack to add a whole bunch of block so that we could play lots of cards. We do have lots of energy this turn, so I guess we'll do that. So we got another compile driver, and we got a cool-headed. Beam Cell is good. I think we play the cool-headed. And then Cold Snap, so that we have more block for next turn. Alright, by the way, Prozone at the beginning of this said, I say you're going to drop him to 500 HP. So far, Prozone's prediction has come very close to the truth. Let's see if we can do better than that, but it doesn't look like we've got a lot of chances. We have a hologram, which is good for us this turn. It would be probably better for us next turn. I'm thinking about whether we get something that draws cards, like Cool-Headed, or if we play the leap that we have in our hand twice. We're going to play the leap no matter what. If we played the leap again, the leap would essentially add 12 because we get the 1 beat of death, but we also have the oddly smooth stone. So that would add 12. That would mean we'd be at 48. Well, I'm counting my health in there. So we'd be at 24 block plus the 5 from this, 6 minus 1. So 29 block plus 9 more from these. That's 38 block. It's not enough, but it's pretty decent. It might be better than drawing 2 cards. It might be worse than drawing 2 cards, but it might be better than drawing 2 cards. So I think we're going to go that route. Hologram the leap. Play the leap. And then we have to decide whether we're playing Streamline and Claw. I think the only way we win this battle is if we do, even though it hurts us to play these 2 cards. So, here's where the real question happens. We are definitely playing Go for the Eyes. Go for the Eyes reduces this from 60 damage to, oh no, the artifact charge. Ooh. Well, we do have a stack in our draw pile. So all we have to do is draw that stack off of Compile Driver. Let's see if we can do that. I think we should rebound the Compile Driver. Because we're going to want it next turn. But would that kill us this turn if we drew perfectly off the Compile Driver? It might. Let's just play the Compile Driver. We did not get Stack, but we did get Sweeping Beam, which gives us another chance to get Stack. Oh, we did not get it. Alright. Stack, I think, would have allowed us to survive. But what we drew did not allow us to survive. So, we die here. I did a little bit better than Prozone's prediction, but not by a lot. However, we did win. We won when we did Act 3, and we made it all the way to the heart, and I think we did decently against the heart, especially drawing as poorly as we did against the heart. So that was the Defect. We definitely beat our personal best. I am going to play one more tonight. We're going to play with the Silent as well. The Silent, my personal best with the Silent is Ascension 1. We went to the heart and died. So we're going to try Ascension 6 with the Silent today as well. Let's go. I'm very happy that I set a new personal best, though. Now the Silent with only common cards, I don't know how that's going to go. Let's see here, we can't choose this third option. We can't really choose the top one because transforming a card could cause it to go to uncommon or rare. And kind of the same with the boss relic. If we get a boss relic, it could transform a card. So I think the only reasonable option here is obtain 100 gold. Our defect run, we also had only one option. I'm tempted to go to this shop right here because we got the 100 gold. And honestly, the other routes seem pretty bad. I do not like this act layout. If we want to go to a relatively early shop, we have to go to one of these two. This one means that we fight an elite and a burning elite with no upgraded cards. This one we get to choose whether we fight an elite. Oh man, this is a bad act layout. This is going to be a painful one. Prozione wanted me to go to the right route and go the risky play. I decided to go a little bit safer than that. Alright, at least the first battles will be no problem. I say as we have a little bit of trouble with the first battle. Oh man, we are actually having a lot of trouble with this first battle. We're taking 1 damage already. Swift Potion, not a bad potion to see. It's not the best against early elites, but it's something. Sucker Punch adds more weakness. Don't know if that's particularly what we want. Quick Slash is also not my favorite, but I think we need one of those two. I do think we need one of those two. I'm going to pick the Quick Slash over the Sucker Punch. And let's go to an event. Ho-ho, we could find a relic. Let's do this. How many times? I would click 4 times, no problem. Ho-ho, we got it in 1. We got an Eternal Feather. For every 5 cards in the deck, heal 3 whenever you enter a rest site. Some passive healing. I like it. Quick Slash first. We did not draw well for this battle, by the way. I need to try drawing cards better. I think that's my main problem tonight. My ability to draw my cards correctly. Oh man, taking 5 damage against this one already. It might be more by the time we actually finish this battle, since we keep drawing our defense while it's not attacking. At least we got the neutralize this turn. That was an important pick. Taking another 5 damage, 10 damage against the Jaw Worm. And another 4. 14 damage against the Jaw Worm. Glad to end that fight. Wow, that was a painful Jaw Worm fight. The only option here is deflect. Or skip, of course. Do I want to deflect? Deflect is a little bit better because we took Quick Slash, so I guess I will take it. It's not my favorite thing to pick early. Alright. We could go Tiny Chest, go chest hunting. We can't really buy any of the cards except dodge and roll. We could also get the Sling of Courage to do better in elite fights, or the Nunchaku, which is pretty good if we ended up going Shivs. Can you go Shivs with only commons? I think a couple of the Shiv cards are commons. The ones that give you the most Shivs. Except for Infinite Blades, which technically is the card that gives you the most Shivs. It gives you infinite blades, as it were. Infinite Shivs. Let's remove a card. Let's remove a Defend. And I am going to take one of these. It's just a question of which one. I really like my Sling of Courage. I think I will take my Sling of Courage, even though the Nunchaku could be amazing with certain decks that we could come across. And Czar Lopez, welcome to the stream. Alright, do we want to upgrade a card or go to an elite? I think we really want to upgrade cards. I mean, we took this though. We took the Sling of Courage. We took the Sling of Courage. Let's use our newfound courage. Alright, easy first turn at least. Alright, this battle was a lot nicer to me than the Jawworm battle was. Great. We get Dagger Throw, Poison Stab, and Slice. All pretty good options. I'm thinking about Poison Stab as a way to do poison. We could not get some of the key poison cards, but we could get a couple. The Dagger Throw is usually good. Usually good. It enables some synergies with discard effects. Some of those synergies are in uncommon cards, though. I would take any one of these three right now. So it's really a question of which one makes a future deck. I think I'm going to take the Poison Stab. It's not the one I would have taken if we weren't doing the current challenge that we're on, though. So, we neutralize, and then Poison Stab. We're going to play the Deflect. I don't know if we're playing this Defend. Let's play the Quick Slash first. So we kind of know our next hand. We're going to not have one of these cards next turn. If we have the two strikes, then we defeat the one on the left, whether we play a strike this turn or not. So let's play a Defend. Take our 1 damage. Alright, we did get the 2 strikes, so we got a little bit lucky there. And now the rest of this battle, we're going to play it safe. Try to take as little damage as possible. How much damage do we have in our deck? So, do we defeat one of them in 2 turns? In 2 turns, we probably draw at least 24 damage worth. So it probably takes us 3 turns to defeat these. If it's taking us 3 turns, probably want to hit the one on the right. Yes. That doesn't work very well if we don't draw our block cards, which we did not. I think we play the Poison Stab and then the Neutralize to reduce the damage as much as we can. Or we could play Swift Potion. Or for that matter, Distilled Chaos. Let's play the Swift Potion. Alright, there's our defense. Great. Now, next turn, what defense do we have left in our deck? We drew it all last turn, didn't we? Yes, we did draw it all last turn. That was the downside with what we just did. We are going to draw 1 strike next turn. So I think we play this strike here, because next turn we might do a Neutralize to kill that one. Or not. Or we play a strike to kill it. Quick Slash, of course. And then let's block. And we take this one out. Okay, I did not keep track of how much damage we took that battle, but we took a fair amount. We got a Blood Vial, some more passive healing. We have 2 sources of passive healing. Not bad. And we could get a dodge and roll. It's not terrible. It's better than a defend. I'll take 1 dodge and roll. Can we defeat the one on the left? If we can, we should. And we can, pretty easily, I think. The Poison Stab plus a strike does it. Quick Slash plus strike does not. So it's got to be Poison Stab plus strike. And then Quick Slash one of the other 2, the one that has less health. And Neutralize the other one. Great. Unfortunately, we cannot kill both of them this turn. We could kill one of them. Let's do that. Kill one, and then block the other. Gambler's Brew, not bad. Like a Gambler's Brew. Those are not common cards. We cannot take those. We skip that entire card pack. And you know what? We've got our Sling of Courage. Let's use it. This is a pretty good first turn. We drew a bunch of attack cards the first turn. I like that in this fight. Don't like this. Of course, that's what happens when you draw all of your attack cards the first turn. The Survivor and the Dodge and Roll both block the same amount. If we play both of them, we're going to take a ton of damage next turn. If we play none of them, we take 8 damage this turn. Do we play Survivor and Dodge and Roll? Even though that would give him 4 strength, plus we'll be vulnerable next turn, so that's essentially 6 more damage next turn. I think we do. I think we do. It's maybe not great to play our defense this early in this fight. We did get neutralized, which helps a lot. We can play all of our cards, and I think we should. Does Deflect? Yeah, Deflect actually does block more than it damages us, but only by a little bit. We're kind of depending on next turn to win, which we should be able to do with Gambler's Brew or Distilled Chaos. So we took 14 damage that fight, and we unfortunately need to use one of these. The Distilled Chaos guarantees a victory, and it's the most random of the two, but it is also really powerful. Let's play the Gambler's Brew. Kind of wish I had played Distilled Chaos the previous turn, though, based on how that turned out. The Snecko Skull, whenever we apply poison, we apply one more poison. Alright, great. That encourages us to do more poison stabs or other poison cards, such as another poison stab. Sure. Let's do a slightly poison-focused deck with only common cards. A Lantern. Start each combat with an additional energy, only on the first turn. That's quite nice with the Silent because of the Ring of the Snake. So take that. Difficult battle to see here. Can we block everything though? Because we could probably kill both of those. We certainly can with Quick Slash Neutralize. And then we can strike you twice. And then just defend against you. Great. We're weak into this turn, but we're only taking 5 damage each turn. So we can handle that. The right one dies. And the left one we will deal with slowly. Alright, that battle could have been bad, but we drew well. I don't know if that's because we have a pretty decent deck at this point, or if we just drew well. Could get another Deflect. Could get another Dodge and Roll. I kind of want another Deflect. It's another 0-cost card in the deck, which means I would want to have draw card abilities. But the Silent has a pretty strong one at the common rarity level. So, sure. Let's take it. Obtain the Golden Idol. Well, I always do want the Golden Idol. I don't see any traps nearby. Okay, well, there was a trap. We're going to lose 5 max HP. Not take 17 damage. Sadly, we cannot afford the membership card. We could get Backflip. Backflip is one of those good draw card abilities at common. We could even get Backflip and Bane. We have a slightly poison-focused deck. Bane is pretty good with that. Yeah, Backflip and Bane. I would love to remove a card as well, but I think Backflip and Bane basically put together sort of a deck for us. Now we just have to get rid of those strikes and defense. I don't know if we're going to have the chance. There's Slime Goop. We have so much passive healing, I'm really thinking about this. How do we do against the boss? I think we do fine against the boss. So I will take the 11 damage, put myself at 10. And then move on. We're going to hit the one that is buffing itself. It's always good to hit the ones that are buffing themselves. So you die. Poison you, quick slash you. And anything that attacks wins this turn. Great. We cannot take any of those. None of those are common cards. So we skip. So we're back at 21. I think 21 is a really good number to be at for the Hexaghost fight. I think that's the right number to be at. I don't know if the Blood Vial... So what I'm thinking about, and what I don't know, is the Hexaghost fight... The second turn of the battle, the amount of damage that Hexaghost does is based on your current health when you enter the battle. I don't know what the threshold is, but I think the threshold is 21. It might be 23. I think the threshold is 21. I do not know if Blood Vial takes effect before it figures out that damage or after it figures out that damage. I would imagine the Blood Vial happens after, but I do not know. And I think what we need most for this battle is to add more poison, add poison faster. So let's smith our poison stab. Alright. So I do have the bestiary mod installed, so we can right click and see what happens. So H times 6. H is the current HP divided by 12 plus 1. So great, 23 was the number that I was thinking about as the threshold. You want to be at 23 or less health when you enter this, rather than 24 or 25 health. I still don't know if the Blood Vial takes effect before or after that, though, because it matters at the beginning of the fight. I guess that it is... I don't know. The bestiary mod doesn't give me enough information to know the answer to that. Interesting. I think we want to use our Flex Potion in this fight. So let's use it right now. Flex Potion is really good this turn, because it gets double played from the Bane, and because we had 4 energy with the Lantern, we were able to do that with 4 attacks. Alright, so you are doing basically no damage. And now we just have to win this battle before the burns take over. I think mainly that depends on poison, so we want to continue putting poison on. I kind of don't want to draw those 2 next turn, so I think that means we play Backflip and the Deflect, and then Quick Slash. Deflect, Deflect, and Defend blocks for everything. The Bane continues to hit twice because of the poison. Backflip blocks for everything, and we play both poison stabs, so we continue putting on poison. Great. This fight is doing very well. Alright, we don't have a ton of health, but everything else is going very well in this battle. So as long as we can hold out our health, then this is going just fine. We surely have enough damage. Here's where we could get damaged. However, we put enough poison on so that we win next turn. There we go. And we win. Let's defend this burn before we click the end turn button, though. And we got a skill potion. And some dirty yellow cards. We leave the dirty yellow cards on the ground. We could go Coffee Dripper again. Coffee Dripper makes a lot more sense this time because we have passive healing. So the Coffee Dripper is a real good card, especially if we can add more draw abilities in our deck. The Velvet Choker does not work with our deck even already because we have the two deflects, the neutralize, and the draw card abilities. So already we want to play more than 6 cards some turns. And Philosopher's Stone, I think, is one of the most dangerous downsides of the relics that give you 1 energy every turn. All enemies start combat with an extra strength can be real dangerous. So let's do the Coffee Dripper. And move on. Where would we like to go this time? I wouldn't mind another shop. I'm thinking about that shop. If we went to that shop, we could go to either this shop or this fire, depending on which way we would like to go at the end. And I'm thinking about going right here. No reason to go to this shop if we're going to that shop. Don't like the looter and the mugger, though. We do have 5 energy. 5 energy from the lantern and the Coffee Dripper. Gives us a lot that we can do. Let's backflip so we have more options in our hand. Deflect is great. We are going to play Poison Stab and Bane. Playing the 2 strikes does not kill you, which means we're going to play a Defend. And we're taking 1 damage. Not too bad. That was a pretty decent first turn. Let's quick slash you. Strike you so you are down. And Survivor Defend. I'm now a little bit worried about defeating the mugger in time. Also, the mugger is dealing us a bunch of damage this turn. 9 damage this battle. So we took 10 damage this battle. That's not great. The real question is, do we win? We do. Great. Get all of our gold back. Prepared. Prepared is not bad, but Acrobatics is really what I've been looking for. Acrobatics draws more cards. Let's take Acrobatics. It's a common card that draws lots of cards, and that's what we want. Deflect Survivor blocks everything, and then we just play all the rest of the cards. Easy first turn. Next, we are going to play Dodge and Roll for next turn. And you are not attacking me. How useful that you're not attacking me. I'm thinking about playing Acrobatics this turn, because then we don't draw those 2 next turn. Let's do that. It also means that the Dazed goes in a bigger deck, and it also means that we win this turn, so it was overall a good pick. Flying Knee is not what I want. A 3rd Poison Stab I will take. I think we've got a poison deck kind of going on. Light poison. Ooh, the Cursed Tome. Alright, let's think about this one. There are 3 books that are available. One of them would be bad for us. The Necronomicon would be bad for us. The rest of the books would be quite good. We have a lot of passive healing, so the damage that we would take here would be healed pretty quickly, even though we have Coffee Dripper. Let's go, and let's hope we don't get the Necronomicon. We got the Enchiridion, great. It teaches us Stoicism. And it adds a random power card to our hand at the beginning of each combat that costs 0. That is a card that we get to play, even if it's not common. Back to the rules lawyering of this challenge. The challenge says I cannot have uncommon or rare cards. That means that in the deck, and the deck I'm talking about is this deck, the deck that we bring into every battle, not the deck that we have during the battle. Getting cards during the battle, we can play whatever we get. Such as 1,000 Cuts. Even though it's a rare card, it's not in our deck. So we're allowed to play it. Next, what do we do? I think we want to hit the left one really hard. I think that's what we want to do this battle. Poison Stab you. We're going to defend first, because that will do the 1,000 cuts, which means the Bane hits down 2 of the plated armor instead of 1. Important ordering of the cards there. Do we kill you now this turn? I think we do focus you this turn, even though it makes you deal more damage. Let's start with a quick slash. We did not draw what I wanted, which means we probably play acrobatics. I think we play our skill potion. Skill potion, I was really hoping for something that gave block, but fine, we did not get that. Instead, we got a couple things that could easily kill the right one. The Blade Dance is pretty decent with the 1,000 cuts that we have this battle. The Bouncing Flask is good all the time. Let's take the Blade Dance. So this means if we hit you with 2 of these, you die. And we have enough energy to block, neutralize. So we're taking 3 damage from this one. Alright, 31 damage. Not what we like to see. But we do get deflect, and then we can backflip. We could also acrobatics. The reason to acrobatics is getting neutralize or deflect. It might be better than playing a poison stab. Let's do it. We did not get what we wanted. Alright. This battle is going poorly. Let's block. Deflect, defend. Does not block for everything. At least we can knock down his plated armor. I think the deck that we had, I needed to go stronger on attacking this enemy, and I went more towards defense. I think that was my mistake, not knowing what my deck needed to do. Either way, we took the damage we took. We can't heal it up with a rest, but we do kind of get to heal it up anyway. Outmaneuver is interesting, especially because it has a plus on it. We do have a lot of ways to draw cards. Outmaneuver is not my favorite though, whereas Piercing Wail is pretty good. Let's take our Piercing Whale. So I really like Oddly Smooth Stone with the deflects that we have in our deck. We could buy another Acrobatics, but I really want to remove cards. So let's remove cards. Particularly those strikes. Remove a strike. The Oddly Smooth Stone, I think we take that. And then we can afford a Dagger Throw, a Sneaky Strike, or an Energy Potion. I don't think I particularly care about those. Let's move on. And we automatically get some healing here, so we're up to 29. I don't know what I want to smith. The Bane is probably the best for dealing damage. The Neutralize is always a nice thing to smith because of the extra weakness. And the Dodge and Roll gives a fairly good amount of block for a smith target. The Acrobatics draws an extra card, which is also really good. I think I want to focus on damage right now, so let's upgrade the Bane, our biggest damage dealing card. The Book of Stabbing. We have the Piercing Whale, which is good against the Book of Stabbing. Well-Laid Plans also allows us to retain it if we draw it, which is great. Let's play Backflip and Quick Slash. Should we play one of these, like the Power Potion? I don't know. I think we're pretty good against the Book of Stabbing. I think. We might use the Distilled Chaos in this fight, though. This is not when we want Piercing Whale, but we did get the Retain, so we can retain it for the future. Let's use Acrobatics, because I really want a Poison card. We didn't get the Poison card, but I wanted it. We'll play Dodge and Roll, though. And Bane is at least better than Strike, even without Poison. We are going to keep the Piercing Whale, because one of these turns we will really want it. We could really want it this turn. We block pretty well, though. We block for 16, we're only taking 5. I think that's good enough to not play Piercing Whale yet. We will want it in a future turn. Still. We'll take the 5. Neutralize is always good to see. Ooh, what are we gonna do? The Survivor does not block for everything with a Defend. We could discard the Poison Stab, but we really do want to deal damage. And the Poison Stab is kind of how we deal damage. We don't want to discard our Piercing Whale. So maybe we discard the Poison Stab. Seems questionable, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to rely on the Distilled Chaos to bail me out if we need a bailout. Is this the turn for Piercing Whale? It is. So this was the turn for Piercing Whale. The Dodge and Roll helps this turn and next turn. And we'll keep that Defend for next turn. At this point, we should have won the battle. We have not won the battle. Can we win this turn? 43 damage? It's hard to imagine our deck doing 43 damage in a single turn. can we block? We've got a deflect and a defend in the discard pile. I think no matter what we do, we play backflip. So let's play backflip. Okay, well, those are cards that we drew. I think this is where we play the Distilled Chaos. Okay, so now defend, poison stab. We're taking 1 damage, and I think we will win next turn with the Quick Slash. I think we took 6 damage this battle. I think that's right. 6 damage this battle, and we used a potion. That's not terrible. Bag of Marbles, not bad, especially with the Ring of the Snake and the Lantern. Bag of Marbles makes everybody vulnerable first turn. Great. Could take a Slice. Slice Plus is better than Strikes, obviously. With as much draw as we have in the deck, it might be good to have a 0-cost attack. I could be convinced. Sure, let's add a Slice. We heal up to 37, and we smith a card. I think that we want to smith Acrobatics. Draw an extra card each time we play Acrobatics. Hey, Preserved Insect. Works really well with our Sling of Courage. Let's take it. Enemies in elite battles have 25% less health. And I think we are going to this rest site instead of the shop, because we only have 111 money. The Wheel of Change, okay. Tell me what you're hitting me with. Hopefully it's not a shiv. It is gold. Huh. Maybe we will go to that shop. We now have 311. 311 is a lot more. Okay. That convinces me. Let's go to the shop. Noxious Fumes first turn. Pretty good when we've got the Snecko Skull. Let's play the Slice on you. Let's play Acrobatics. So Poison Stabs are going to go here. We're going to defeat this one with Poison. By the way, that's the plan. Defeat the right one with Poison, beat this one with basic attacks. So strike means that you're dead. We can defend fully and we can start poisoning you for real. The neutralize reduces your damage. The poison stab means that you die next turn. And survivor blocks for a little bit. Would have been nice to draw some more block that turn, so we didn't take 10. But that was the plan, was to defeat that one with poison, and it did work. Another deflect. An upgraded deflect. Are we going to replace all of our starting deck with 0-cost versions of them? I think we are. Let's do another deflect. And the Mummified Hand does work with the Enchiridion, but that's the only thing it will ever work with. The Happy Flower is not bad. I think we mostly want to remove a card. Let's remove a card. And what are we removing? Strike or defend? We added a good amount of defense to the deck. So maybe we remove a defend. Let's remove a defend. And then do I want the happy flower? I think I do. Happy flower gives us energy every 3 turns. Alright, accuracy is useless because we don't have shivs. Who's our boss? We probably want the power potion for the boss, but I'm definitely thinking about using it here. I'm thinking about it. So we can probably kill you this turn. That does 16. We would need to do 20 more. 20 more. This does 19. Yeah, we can kill the one on the right. Let's not use the power potion. So, the one on the right, we're going to hit with this poison stab. And then the slice and the strike, maybe? We're going to neutralize you. So the slice and the strike, or the poison stab does not quite do it. So slice and strike, I guess. And then poison stab you, and defend survivor. That was actually a really good first turn. I don't know why I was thinking about using a power potion there. With the turn that I had, there was no reason to. So, deflect, dodge and roll, defend. We defend against not all of them, so let's kill this one. And start putting poison on you. Strike, strike, strike wins. Alright. Not a bad elite battle. We got Matryoshka. The next 2 non-boss chests gives us 2 relics. There's only 1 guaranteed non-boss chest in front of us, so this is kind of like an IOU a relic, but only 1. And those are not commons, so we cannot take them. Tools of the trade. At the start of our turn, draw 1 and discard 1. Let's play both of the deflects, and then play an acrobatics. The piercing whale is going to do nothing this turn, and we can't retain it. Alright, how much damage can we do? 9 times 3 is 27. Plus 15. 27 plus 15 is 42. Not enough to kill any of them. Not enough to kill any of them. Let's just hit the weakest one then. I think our deck is not great against multi-enemy fights. Especially ones that gain power over time. Like this one, as it were. What do we discard? I think we discard Quick Slash. Or the Neutralize. We could discard the Neutralize. Or we could discard the Defend and rely on... Actually, we could discard the Survivor. There we go. Okay, so after all of those decisions, we are going to Quick Slash you. We are going to Poison Stab you so that you die exactly. Defend and Deflect don't quite stop them until we neutralize one of them. And now we've got 2 left to go, and I'm kind of worried about this fight. Can we kill that one? We have to do 25. This does 13. Yes, we can kill that one. If we can kill that one, we should get rid of a defend. So this one dies, we block this one and have some block for next turn. Now there's only one, but it is growing in power. The piercing wail is not great this turn. Alright, acrobatics. Don't need the strike. I was worried about that battle, and we took no damage. Great. Fairy in a bottle. I will take it. Dagger spray could solve a little bit of the problem that we have with multi-enemy fights. But it's not great, especially with no strength gain. Even with all of these relics, we have no strength. Are multi-enemy fights bad enough that I take a dagger spray? The Act 3 multi-enemy fights usually have spikers in them, which makes dagger spray worse than not having dagger spray. Don't think we take it. Let's skip. And what do we smith? Neutralize is not bad to smith. We could smith a defensive card now, like dodge and roll. I think we need neutralize for this next battle. Because this next battle has one turn that does a ton of damage. Oh no, this is the collector. I was thinking of the bronze automaton. We did get well-laid plans though. Pretty decent one to draw. Do we want the power potion for this boss? I think we do. Envenom. Oh, Envenom is pretty good. Alright. So now let's do a whole bunch of poison to the boss. A whole bunch of poison to the boss. Great. Piercing Wail is pretty good when there's 3 enemies on the field. However, do we even need it? Because we do have a bunch of defense. Let's see here. We don't have enough unless we play Piercing Wail. So let's play Piercing Wail. Now we've got defense. We do want to play dodge and roll so that we have some for next turn. And I think we want to keep this deflect for next turn. So we play the defend. Now who do we strike? Because strike does deal 1 poison, which means we could focus on the boss, but I think we die if we focus on the boss. Let's actually deal some damage to the little ones. Okay, the Bane could hit this little one for a bunch. Let's start there. And let's backflip. And quick slash. So now we're already blocking. Maybe we just continue to keep this deflect in my hand. Let's kill you. Kill you next. I guess we poison, stab, and slice you, which means let's play dodge and roll and keep this deflect in my hand again. Alright, so just me and the boss, but the boss did just add a bunch of negative effects to me. And is attacking for 37. Good time to use our deflect that we've been stacking up. We are dealing a bunch of poison damage to the boss. The boss is attacking me for an uncomfortable amount. Let's reduce that. Alright, that's better. We're still taking a lot of damage here, but at least we're winning the battle. Alright, Act 2 down. We have only common cards in our deck. We still have most of our starting deck. And we have kind of a poison build. A poison / zero cost cards with some card draw. And we're going to leave those dirty yellow cards on the ground. Okay, elites could drop an additional relic. We could have the Preserved Insect, the Sling of Courage, and the Black Star. That's so interesting to me. The Empty Cage is not bad. Remove 2 of these starter cards. Or the Curse of the Bell. Obtain 3 relics and have a curse. The Curse of the Bell. The relic is the Calling Bell. I think we want Black Star. Even though Black Star getting in an act at the end of Act 2 is worse, I really like that we could go up against elite fights pretty easily. Let's see how many elites we can take out in Act 3. We've got the Time Eater. Not the best for the kind of deck that we built. Not the best. What's the most elites that we could fight? It looks like the most is 3. And it does not include the Burning Elite. Don't think we're going after the Burning Elite this time. I don't think this deck is the one you bring into Act 4. So we're going against 3 elites. Those 3. And let's go a bunch of events on the way. Accuracy remains useless for the deck that we have. Alright, now that we've blocked, who are we sending our damage to? I kind of want to hit this one a bunch. Let's do that. There we go. So now it's going to die next turn. Let's have it die next turn, not this turn. This is an excellent turn for Piercing Wail. Although, do we need it? Do we just kill this one? With Poison Stab Bane? The Piercing Wail is still worth playing. Even if we kill that one? Alright. We are going to Poison Stab and Bane it. And then neutralize, I guess. Took a little bit of damage. Start with Acrobatics. So you can get defeated by the smallest of attacks. Let's play Defense. And then we can play all of our attack cards. The weakest one we have is the Strike. Everything else goes to this one. Let's start with Quick Slash. Quick Slash where? Here. So we can deflect and we can backflip. And we've got Bane. Bane does a lot of damage. We could kill either one. I guess let's kill this one. And then work on this one. It dies next turn, but the right one rejuvenates. So now we have to kill the right one. Let's play Acrobatics. So, the right one is dealing a lot of damage. No matter what, we're going to play Poison Stab. Can we defeat the right one? We can. Alright. We got an Ancient Potion. Gain 1 artifact. That's not bad. It's good against some battles. And we could get another Deflect. I actually really want another Acrobatics, though. Another Acrobatics is great. Not great against our boss, but neither is the Deflect against our boss. Still, I think we take the Acrobatics. Gain 999 gold. There are no shops until after several fights, so we're not going to do that. We can upgrade all of our cards, but we no longer heal. That removes the Blood Vial and the... where is it? The Blood Vial and the Eternal Feather. So let's fight a boss. The Slime Boss. Great. We did not draw a good hand for the first turn. But still, I don't think we worry about the Slime Boss fight. Poison Stab, definitely. We should be careful how much damage we deal at this turn. Don't need the Deflect. So currently it's going to 86. Currently going to 86, now it's going to 85. No, I did that wrong. It's going to 87. Which means if we slice it, it will go to 77. Otherwise, we could strike. Let's see here, 87. Strike would deal 14. That would be 73. Let's do that. We can't do a second strike. Can do the neutralize, though. So now it's going to 73. Let's make that 72. Great. And now we deal you as much damage as we can, so that you split with the least amount of health. Alright, 24 slimes. Can we even defeat the 24 slimes? I don't think we can. We can split this one. Oh, we did defeat it, never mind. Alright, no problem. Peace Pipe. Actually, I really like the Peace Pipe. Remove cards. I don't know if I want to remove more than I want to upgrade, but removing cards at rest sites is nice. We could get another Quick Slash, one that's upgraded. Do I want an upgraded Quick Slice? Kind of. Kind of do. It does draw a card. We've got a lot of zero-cost cards. Ho-ho, the Golden Idol. I do not want to lose 8 max HP, but offering the Golden Idol gives us 333 gold. Let's go. We got a Caltrops to work with this time. It's fine. Let's play Backflip. So the Defend defends for everything. We are going to play a Quick Slash. Let's do that first. We are going to play Poison Stab. Don't think we're playing Acrobatics. Let's play the other Quick Slash. One Orb Walker is kind of no problem for us, I think. At this point in our ascension to the top, one Orb Walker is not a problem. Ooh, another Piercing Whale. Or another Bane. I think we want another Bane, especially an upgraded one. So now we've got a couple of real damage cards. We've got 2 upgraded Banes, along with 3 poison stabs. That seems useful. We start with an Envenom this time. Not bad. We are going to deflect. Might as well start there. We might play Piercing Wail. We might not. Do we want to hit the one that's upgrading itself or the one that will not have block next turn? I think the one that does not have block next turn. So you get hit. We could hit you twice more. So that would kill you. Great. Okay, that was a pretty good turn. We can Poison Stab you and play Bane. Poison Stab Bane plus a Quick Slash just takes you out. And then we save our cards for next turn. Backflip is easy, Neutralize is easy, Deflect is easy. And then the only things left are Poison Stab and Bane. The rest do nothing. And we win next turn from Poison. Great. And we got a Poison Potion. Actually a pretty good potion for our boss. Huh. Pretty good potion for the boss. What do we get rid of? I think we get rid of the Ancient Potion. And I don't think I want Dagger Throw. Do I want Cloak and Dagger? Not with the boss that we have. So let's skip. Now we get to fight 3 elites. And we've got Black Star, we've got Preserved Insect, and we've got Sling of Courage. So we've got a lot going for us in these elite fights. After Image, nice one to start with. A Quick Slash kills one of these, no problem. And then, do we want to Acrobatics? I think we do. We got a Poison Stab. We don't need the Deflect this turn. So what I'm thinking is we slice this one. We Poison Stab the Reptomancer. Then use Bane and Neutralize. And then we might want to do Dodge and Roll for block next turn. That's probably better than a Strike that does 12 damage. I don't know, Strike doing 12 damage is pretty good too. Let's play the Strike. Ooh, the Reptomancer is summoning again. How unfortunate for the Reptomancer. Well, let's play Acrobatics first. We should be able to kill the Dagger. And we might be able to kill the boss. Because this does 24 damage. And then we've got a Quick Slash that does 14. A Poison Stab that does 12, essentially. And a Strike. Alright. Easy battle. We got Omamori. Negate the next 2 curses. Don't know where we would get curses. Maybe from an event. And we got Art of War. If we do not play any attacks during our turn, we have extra energy next turn. Could come into play, but it's unlikely. I think we still don't want Outmaneuver Plus. Spire Growth can be scary. We got a Caltrops, we got a Neutralize. Let's start there. We also got Deflect and Deflect. So we play the Acrobatics. We don't need a Defend. we play the Quick Slash. The Bane does not get to do double damage against this one, but it does do its normal damage. And dodge and roll for defense next turn, although we aren't going to take damage next turn, so... Oh, actually, you've not decided to curse me yet. To entangle me, or whatever it's called. Interesting. Thought you always did that in the first couple turns. Thought that was the case, but apparently I was wrong. And these strikes are so bad, I think I'd rather play acrobatics. And one of the poison stabs. There's our Bane that we were hoping to get. Quick Slash. No reason not to play the backflip, so get more options. And poison stabs are better than strikes. Right. They decided to entangle me so late into the battle that I think I win before it has any effect. We do have to block the constricted. Actually, even though we're going to win, the constricted does deal us damage before we would win. Because we're winning with poison. Or actually we can win without poison. Great. Another piercing wail. I will definitely take it. There was an upgraded Sucker Punch that I could have taken, but I didn't really think I wanted that. We get Tools of the Trade as our power this time. I think we have very little trouble this battle. We've already done more than half damage. The Piercing Wail is perfectly fine this turn. The strike is pretty pointless. So we're either playing Piercing Wail or we're playing some block cards. I think we play the Piercing Wail, but let's do acrobatics first. Don't need the strike. So we can play Deflect and Backflip instead of Piercing Wail. Keep the Piercing Wail in the deck. And then 3 poison stabs, so that you've got lots of poison for next turn. Alright. Bane, of course. Acrobatics. Hope to draw the Bane we just played. We are not winning this turn, but actually we do win next turn. Because 1 damage is what we can do even when you are intangible. Great. Hey, we got a Mango. Increase our max HP by 14. That is pretty big. And then an Anchor, start each combat with 10 block. Don't think we want another Slice, and we can't take the other 2 cards. So skip those. A question card. Fine. Smiling Mask, why not? So we can Smith or Toke here. I actually want a Toke. Let's get rid of those strikes. I think that's stronger than a single upgrade. I would put an upgrade on acrobatics, I think, if I were choosing an upgrade there. Envenom, not a bad power to start with. Works great in our deck. And Backflip is all we need to do for blocking. How many cards do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, we can't play acrobatics yet. We can play Deflect, and then play acrobatics. Okay, and then... do we want another acrobatics? Probably not. Let's start playing our cards. So, Poison Stab. Are we playing the strike? Probably not. Slice, quick slash, and a Bane. Great. Glad to draw that Bane. We should play Deflect first, and then Strike, and then Poison Stab, and then Bane, to get the most use out of the slow. And you, Sir Giant Head, are not having a good day. Let me tell you, you're not having a good day. You're poisoned, you only have a head. It's just not your day. Deflect blocks, backflip to draw more cards, dodge and roll, and we win next turn. Oh, we win this turn. How about that? Forgot about the Envenom. Toy Ornithopter. When we use a potion, we heal 5. Even more passive healing, and we got a Strawberry, increasing our max HP yet again. Alright, so we've got a lot of healing. We could take another Poison Stab. We can't take the Bouncing Flask, it's uncommon. I think our chance against the boss primarily depends on how much poison we put on the boss, so I will take Poison Stab. The Sensory Stone, we cannot actually add any of these because they are all uncommon or rare, so we skip them. Okay, first steps first. We're definitely removing a card. We are removing a strike. Do we want different potions? Not with the options given here. We have a ton of money and kind of nothing to do with it. We could take a Sucker Punch or a Cloak and Dagger, but we've turned down free versions of those. So I guess what we do is we just take all 3 of these. We don't actually want this event to be a combat, so the Juju Bracelet is fine. The boot probably does nothing. And Lee's Waffle raises our max HP by another 7. We've got 93 health. Alright. Falling. We could lose Survivor or Quick Slash. Losing Survivor is not too bad at this point. This Quick Slash is the non-upgraded one, which is the lesser one. Yeah, let's lose the non-upgraded Quick Slash. And then last things, do we remove another strike? I think we do. What would we smith if we were to smith? The dodge and roll is an option, one of the poison stabs is an option, or this acrobatics. All pretty decent options, but I think we just toke another strike. And then our plan is to win this battle with poison. Ooh, 1,000 cuts is a pretty decent power to have. Great. Do I want to add the poison now? Yes. Could have waited because of the Toy Ornithopter, I guess. Oh well. We're adding poison. Add lots of poison. Let's play acrobatics. We did get a Bane, I like that. And do we want to play Strike, or do we want to have more cards that we could play next turn? I think we want to play the Strike. Because we can reliably play 4 cards in a turn, but not always 5. Piercing Wail is perfectly fine here. Let's play acrobatics. and get rid of one of the piercing whales. We don't need both right now. Piercing whale. I would like to be able to play more than 2 cards next turn, so let's play Poison Stab, put on more poison. Let's play the Defend because it blocks. And then we want to play one more card. I guess we play the Deflect because it blocks after you gain strength. It almost blocks, actually. Okay, 34 damage. Kind of a lot of damage, but we can play all of our cards, which does add a lot of poison to you. And we have a ton of health, so taking 20 off of it still leaves us with 72. This is where we play our other Piercing Whale, as well as this Neutralize. Do we want to play this Slice? We don't. I guess next turn... Let's see here. Are you going to go under your half health this turn? You're taking 28 damage. 28... For some reason, I'm having trouble with this math. So 28 damage means that you will be at what? At 238? 238 is not half of your health. If I did the Slice, we would do only 10 damage. So actually I want the plays next turn. We're not going to win this boss early, so what we want to do is block this turn. We're not going to defeat it before it heals up, so we just want to block as much as we can. So block, block, and block. So now it's going to heal up. There's no reason for us to play any cards. The Art of War will take effect because we're not playing any cards. Okay, now we want to put poison back on. There is Poison Stab and Neutralize, both nice to see. Do we want to do Fear Potion now? Yes, we do. So, Fear Potion, Neutralize, Poison Stab, Quick Slash, Bane. And do I want to play the Dodge and Roll? I do. Do I want to play Deflect? If I play a Deflect, we probably get to play all 5 cards next turn. Sure. I just don't want to be only playing 1 card some turn. That's what I'm trying to avoid there. Acrobatics, we're not playing Bane, I guess. So we want to play 4 cards, all 4. And we want to block. So we're definitely going to defend. We are going to deflect, I think. Yeah, deflect is better than slice. And then we could do Poison Stab, or we could do Survivor, Poison Stab. I think we do Survivor, Poison Stab. Survivor and a Poison Stab. 14 times 3. It would kill me, except that we have the Fairy in a Bottle, and we have ways to gain block. And to neutralize, for that matter. Alright, I think we're winning this one. We're not winning this one very commandingly, though. I hope this shows you why I didn't go into Act 3 or Act 4 with this deck. because even though we're doing well right now, we would not have continued to do well if we had gone for the keys. We might not have won this battle even. Let's do this. So, deflect the poison stab and the bane, because that almost guarantees that we win next turn. We only get to play one card next turn? Okay, well, that one card will be a poison stab. And we win. Alright. So we won this challenge. We could not play any uncommon or rare cards. With the Silent on Ascension 6. That sets a new personal record for me for the Silent. And this was our deck. We had a good number of our starting deck still, with only the Neutralize upgraded. And we built a poison-ish deck. A deck that put on some poison and then had 2 Banes to capitalize off the poison that we added. And then just a fair number of draw card effects with some 0-cost cards that we could play a good number of cards even with only 4 energy. So, 2 wins tonight, both with only playing common cards and both on Ascension 6. I feel pretty good about that. Victory. Oh, and of course we got the Pauper, because we had no rare cards. Great. That's it for tonight. I think this has been great. I've been very happy to set new personal records, personal bests. And I hope to see you in whatever the next one is. Whatever my next attempt of beating my personal bests in my challenge runs. Have a good night.